Good morning, Saints. Happy Sunday morning. Thank you for joining me for this morning's devotional. This is day 2 of 5 traits of a godly woman. And so, fellas, I've been making a distinction between a traditional woman and a modern woman. So, you want to have knowledge of what to look for when it comes to vetting out a woman and choosing and selecting a woman to be a wife and a mother of your children, if that's what you choose to do. So, in my opinion, this is one of the most important decisions that we can make as men, outside of concentrating and focusing our faith in the Lord and our walk and being a disciple of Jesus. That's foremost should be your purpose. And then if you choose to start a family and to marry and to begin to start a family and then choosing and selecting a woman is very important, fellas. So you definitely want to look for the traditional woman. Okay, that woman is concerned about being a wife and being a mother and keeping a home and taking care of her man, right? As a woman, the modern woman, she is total opposite. Okay, she's about her career. She's about herself. She's the boss. Okay, she's not interested in being a wife. She's not interested in being a mother. Okay, that's just the truth of it. It's not hating on women, but I mean, fellas, you be able to recognize the difference between a traditional woman and this modern woman. Okay, the modern woman is a product of feminism. The traditional woman, she is a product of Christian values. Okay, it's just night and day with that. And so, for these last couple of days, we've been covering the 5 traits of a godly woman for you to be able to look and vet a woman for. Okay. So number 2, who has the greatest influence on her? That's very important. Okay. Who does she look to for advice? Is he or she of solid character? Okay. Look to see who her social circles are. I say, check her social media profiles. Ask her how she leans politically, right? If she says she's a Democrat and liberal, that is the modern woman. You do not want her, okay? She doesn't have conservative values. As a man of God, you do not want that kind of a woman. I'm not saying she has to be if she's independent, that's cool, but absolutely see what her political leanings are. You want to be equally yoked, even in that area of life, right? Check her social media. If her social media is full of these modern women giving out empty-headed advice, then you do not want that woman as a wife or mother of your child, right? So yes, absolutely. Vet to see who influence her, who does she listen to, who's her social circles. That's very important because women, they tend to get together and they give each other advice. And if she has the modern woman as her social circle, then she is not the woman for you as a mother or a wife in your life, right? Men, we are called to be leaders, protectors, and providers in our homes. And the modern woman, she wants to be the boss. She wants to be the leader, and she wants to rule and reign over a man. That's not the kind of woman you want being a man of God, as a wife or as a mother of your children. You want a traditional woman who was raised with traditional values, who honors her role and position as a woman, who knows her position as a woman, to be a wife, as to be dutiful unto her husband, to be a mother, to be a nurturer, and to rear children in the ways of the Lord, and to keep house and home. That's just a traditional woman. The modern woman, she rejects that at every turn. Okay, these women are night and day. So you need to be able to look for these. Now, like I say, us godly men, we follow simple principles. We attract, we don't chase. The simp man, he chases after the modern woman. Okay, we don't do that as men of God. We attract, we don't chase. Okay, the Bible says in Proverbs 31:3, do not give your strength unto a woman, or thy ways that destroys kings. Okay, and that means you do not see that's what the simp does. He gives the modern woman all his resources and gets nothing in return but disrespect. Okay, a traditional woman, she has self-respect for herself. She has a faith in the Lord, and she is just doesn't is not like that. Okay, we talked about how fellas you need to look beyond the costume of a woman, right? The modern woman is all about outside costumes, right? It's artificial. The traditional woman, she doesn't need all that makeup and hair and BBS. She has self-respect for herself. She has her identity placed in the Lord. She's secure in herself. She's not insecure. The modern woman is an insecure woman. That's why they have to wear the costume. Okay. Uh, um, Shout out to J.R. Wisdom for this. He follows the 70-30 rule. Say less, fellas. Say less, not more. Don't do all the talking. Okay. When you start vetting for these women, let them talk. Do more listening than talking. Right. You'll learn a lot. Trust me. Okay. I follow the less before policy. Right. Recently met a young lady. We spent some time yesterday. We went to the food bank. I started off right there. That's what I like to do on my Saturday mornings. Go to the food bank, get the box of food. But I like the whole atmosphere of just being around the poor people, right? That's my company. I've spent time with rich people. I've spent time with poor people. Rich people tend to be shallow, arrogant, selfish. Okay, and poor people tend to be kind, humble, and giving. It's just a fact. So I prefer the company of poor people myself. And vetting out my new lady friend for the purpose of friendship. These same principles apply whether you're looking for a wife and a mother or whether you're looking for a friendship. I still apply these same principles. Okay, so I invited her out to the food bank just to see how she would act, and she handled herself with grace and ease. She was in her element. She did not mind. She held conversations good. She was kind and gentle. I love that, right? So we had a great time yesterday. So my point is, fellas, less before more. If you're vetting a lady for a wife and a mother, do less before you do more, right? If she likes you, she does not mind the simple, let's go, you know, get an ice cream and take a walk in the park. Trust me, you don't need to spend $1,000 on the first date to get to know. That's what a trick could do for the modern woman. The simp spend, leave with their wallet, okay? We leave with purpose, not passion, fellas. Purpose, not passion. Okay, when you're vetting a woman for a wife and for a mother of your child. Okay, that's very important, fellas. I can't not stress this enough. When it comes, uh, I don't even like calling it dating anymore. I call it vetting. Okay, we're gonna call it vetting from here on out. When you're vetting a woman, men of God, it's purpose, not passion. You're not leading with your lustful nature. You're leading with purpose. Okay, that's important. Okay, so the Bible verse that goes along with that is Proverbs 12:26, and it says, "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him." Okay, and that simply means, uh, uh, you know, when you're vetting a woman, uh, find out who her social circle is. Who is she listening to? Who does she get advice from? If her friends is for the streets, then she is for the streets. Okay, birds of the feather flock together. If her social circle is made up of good traditional women who honor the Lord, who are proud to be wives and mothers, then absolutely that is the woman that you should be vetting for a wife and a mother of your children, for sure. Okay. All right, so we're gonna keep this one real short and simple. I pray everybody have a blessed and wonderful day today. I pray that your faith be increased this day. If you found any value in this devotional this morning, all I ask is that you take 5 minutes and give it unto the Lord. You know, and as always, let's be light and let's be salt. Thank you for watching.